Father, thank you for bringing us to mercy. As we prepare for this meeting, we ask that you prepare our hearts and lead us in your wisdom. May we set aside our own agendas and seek what you desire for us to accomplish during this meeting. Please direct our thoughts and guide our discussion. Help us to be attentive and respectful of one another's input and to work as a team. We ask that you grant us clarity of mind and lead us to helpful solutions. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone, for today's private conference for Civil Works dated September 1, 2025. Present this morning, we have our back chairperson, Engineer Marcelino O. Cabigin Jr. We also have our back vice chairperson, Engineer Donald Mark F. Baranda. Our back regular member, Sir Joseph N. Palima, and our back provisional member, Engineer Harold C. Carmari. And to present contact ID numbers 25KP0077 and 25KP0078, we have from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Maria Shella L. Sadico. And yours truly, your back Health Secretariat, the Pilipinas. That's it, sir. Good morning, everyone. So first, Bagong Center, Misamis Oriental. So for the appropriation, we have 12 million, and the duration of the project is 150 calendar days. So this is the project site. So these are the site photos. As you can see, we have the makeshift public market, which is to be demolished. The perspective of the project. So the project scope, construction of super health centers, Bal-ason Bagong Pilipinas Health Center, Misamis Oriental, a 18.40 meters by 14.50 meters, one-story building, where the scope consists of the following. First, we have the demolition of the building, embankment of 180.09 cubic meter common soil, which is 0.6 meters from the MGL, complete structural components, reinforced concrete footing, columns and beams, roof trusses and roof sheets, including all roofing accessories. So this includes ridge roll, flashings, gutter and downspout, masonry, complete masonry, finishing and painting works, complete windows and doors, complete ceiling with 10 mm thick reflective insulation, complete plumbing and sanitary works, complete septic tank, complete electrical works, and counters for laboratory working area, business room, and receiving and releasing working area. So due to budget constraint, the signage and the paver blocks surrounding the building were not included in the scope. So these are the bill of quantities. That would be awesome.
Okay, so thank you, Engineer Shilo, for the presentation. So any questions from the Billion Awards Committee? None. So from downline? None. So we'll proceed for the next project.
Next project, we have 25KK0078, LGU Hospitals, Misamis Oriental, Provincial Hospital, Balingasag, Misamis Oriental. So the appropriation is 28,240,000. The ABC is 28,098,800 pesos. And the duration of the project is 210 calendar days. This is the project site. These are the site photos. The site development plan. And the perspective of the project. So for project scope, construction of LGU hospitals, Misamis Oriental Provincial Hospital, Balingasag, Misamis Oriental, a 24.6 meters by 38 meters building, where the scope consists of the following: demolition of building, complete structural components, reinforced concrete footing, columns, footing tie beams, and grade beams, roof trusses and roof sheets, including all roofing accessories, bridge roll flashings, gutter and downspout, complete CHB exterior walls, complete drywall works for interior walls, except the bathroom area, finishing and painting works, complete windows and doors, complete ceiling works, complete plumbing and sanitary works, complete septic tank, complete perimeter railing, complete electrical works, mechanical works for automatic sprinkler and fire alarm system, and construction of powerhouse. So due to budget constraint, STP was not included in the scope. So these are the deal of quantities. So that would be all from.
Okay, so thank you, Engineer Shilo, for the presentation. So from your back members, so any clarification or questions? Hearing none, so from the online, none, so okay, so thank you for the presentation, Engineer Shilo. So we'll now proceed for the checklist of technical and financial documents and other requirements.
Checklist of technical and financial documents and other requirements for infrastructure projects. Submission and receipt of goods for technical component and labor. Class A, legal documents. A, valid projects registration certificate with platinum membership, all ages, in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRA. Project certificate of registration and membership. All bidders shall upload and maintain in Filters a current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under sections 23.18 and 24.1A. 1. Registration certificate. 2. Mayor's business permit for its equivalent document. 3. Tax forms. 4. Income license and registration. And 5. Audited financial statements or AFS. Note that section 8.5.2 of the IRR states that for the purpose of updating the certificate of registration and membership, all Class A eligibility documents mentioned in this section supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated. The failure of the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired Class A eligibility documents has been updated. Technical documents. B. Statement: the respective bidder and all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet settled in any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity, with the contract to be bid. And C. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rule. And D. Special license in case of joint ventures and limitation for the height and cost of the contract to be bid. And D. Original copy of bid statement. In the form of a surety bond, submit also as a certification for the insurance solicitor or original copy of notarized with securing declaration. Single largest completed contract, or SLCC. The SLCC completed should be similar to the contract to be bid or has the same major categories for the SLCC's value should be at least 50% the ABC bid upon adjustment to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices. Contractors under small a and small d categories without similar experience on the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to be bid is not more than the allowable range of contract costs, or ARCC, of the legislation. Bids approved. Purpose: to guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the keeper and furnish the performance filter plan. Form of bid security. A. Cash or cashier's manager's check, amount 2% of ABC. B. Bank guarantee or draft, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, amount 2% of ABC. D. Surety bond callable upon demand, accompanied by certification from insurance commission, amount 5% of ABC. D. Bid securing declaration, amount no percentage required. Only one form of bid security is required to be submitted. Bidders have the option to choose their preferred form of bid security. F. Project requirements, which shall include the following: A. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B. List of contractors' key personnel, such as the project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, foreman, safety officer, and health personnel, or first aider to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. C. List of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the contract, as the case may be. Contractors' key personnel. The key personnel should meet the following number of years' work experience. The experience means total years of civil works experience in any nature in construction and engineering consultancy service, including the tax identification number or TIN of the key personnel. Compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors or consultants in areas CDB, as under the final number of materials CDB, compliance to DEO 148 series. Lastly, so that is our market and assessment from Lazarus to the project community. We have proposed technical personnel, size employee, and work experience. The bidder shall submit certification without one, the personnel will be pulled out of the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract.
Bal-ason.
He or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office pursuant to the Department Order number 9 series. The proposed key personnel and replacement must be named in the limited document. The key personnel required are the following: one project manager with 5 years of general experience and 5 years of relevant experience. Note that a valid and updated government issued ID with these features should be approved. The second key personnel is one project engineer with 5 years of general experience, 3 years of relevant experience, and is a DPWH accredited contract engineer. Note that a valid and updated PRC license and project engineer with these signatures should be attached. The third key personnel is one materials engineer with 5 years of general experience, 3 years of relevant experience, and is a DPWH accredited materials engineer. Note that a valid and updated PRC license item and materials engineer certificate with 3 signatures should be attached. The fourth key personnel is one foreman with 5 5 years of general experience and 3 years of relevant experience. Note that a valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached. The 5th key person is one safety officer with 5 years of general experience and 3 years of relevant experience. Note that a certificate of training issued by DOLE and a valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached. The last key person is one full-time health person. Note that a certificate of training and a valid and updated government issued ID with 3 signatures should be attached. All in all, there should be 6 total number of personnel. Other personnel such as the mason, steelman, carpenter, painter, welder, plumber, or electrician should be included or reflected in the organizational chart. Contractors' major equipment needs. The contractor is required to provide proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment owned, lease agreements for equipment lease, and or observations agreements, supported by certificate of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the projects. Proofs of ownership and other supporting documents for equipment pledge must specify and indicate the model or year, capacity, performance, or size, plate number, motor number, or body number, chassis serial number, engine serial number, specific location and condition per Department Order 58 Series. Contractors' minimum materials testing equipment. Please refer to DEO number 11, Series of 2017, for minimum material testing equipment. DPWH Procurement Member Volume 2 Infrastructure Main Guidelines specifically requires the submission of the materials testing equipment as stated in clause 5.6 and 2.8 and clause 5.6 and 4.6 project requirements using form DPWH to find and identify the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract is supported by certifications of availability. G. Original duly signed omnibus loan statement or OSS and if applicable, original notarized secretarial certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney for all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the financial governance. H. The respective bidders communication of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. Class B. I. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4560 and this IRA in case the joint venture is already in existence or duly notarized statements of all the potential joint venture partners that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the ability law in the instance of the group. For the financial component and J. Original but duly signed and accomplished financial result and other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. A. Original but duly signed finances with bill contracts. L. Duly accomplished detailed estimates from including a summary sheet indicating the unit times for construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in unprofitability. And M. Cash flow by form. Detailed estimates. According to DO 197, series of 18, the following items shall not be subjected to OCM and quality. 1. Mobilization and demobilization. 2. Provision of service fee. That is, permits and tools. According to DO 107, series of 16, the following non-civil works companies shall not be subjected to OCM modification. Field laboratory office and living quarters with rental leases, furnishing of furnitures, lab cleaning, survey equipment and machineries, assistance with engineers, photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, etc. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is Flat Water Street, 3rd floor, DPWH Barangay 26, in Wall City, Misamis Oriental. For electronic submission, electronic bids Underscore, Misamis Oriental 1 at DPWH Misamis. Bid evaluation. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The back shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ADC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid process. 1. Completeness. No price in required item. Indicating a zero or less shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words per bid. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in DOQ. DOQ prevails. Post qualification. Verification of legal requirements. Licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in brackets. Verification of technical requirements. Key personnel or minimum work experience requirements should be sent. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment and materials for laboratory equipment. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative seepage of at least 15% in any project, or a negative seepage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and omissions. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Verification of technical allowance. Substandard quality work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractors of the business as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Verification of financial requirements. Bid as proposal and NFC. Contract award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, or LCRP, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid quality period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification hold. 1. Failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Issuance Commission indicating the name of the project, the procuring entity, and the name of contractor. 2. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. 3. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. 4. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid. 5. Late submission of bids. 6. Failure to submit supporting documents, such as the certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. Purchase. 7. Negative seepage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10 in each of the 2 or more ongoing projects. 8. Unsatisfactory sequence rating. 9. Incomplete pages of bid documents. 10. Authority to signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor. Signatory should be the owner of the proprietor only. Corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate, and board resolution. Joint venture resolution agreement. Partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That is all. Next, right. The additional conditions of roof and one unit alongside are the whole subject to be delegated to the if paid to the those meetings or prospective bidders. The administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense, especially 2 years for the second offense from participating in the competitive bidding process, as well as disqualification from further participating in competitive bidding being undertaken for the hearing entity concerned were applicable for the following violations. All other acts that attempt to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year except for valid reasons. Rights violation: 1. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit bid without a valid cause as determined in fact with the deeds and awards conflict concerned. A bidder submitting insufficient matter is complete documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. The bidder submitting a late bid without a valid cause as determined by the fact concerned. Other acts that attempt to defeat the purpose of bidding public bidding as determined by the concerned that provided these acts have been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, minutes of previous conference, or other similar instruments. Right violations. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined with the rates and awards normally concerned. Upon publication, right bid was determined to be above the ABC, or goods to be supplied are no longer available in the market. A bidder submitting a late bid with valid cause of determined with that concern. Valid reason due to force majeure and restrictions. The bidder submitting insufficient effective documents such as insufficient bid securities. Number 1. Bid security not in the name of the bidder. Number 2. Insufficient amount in validity period. Number 3. Not issued in the name of the procuring entity. Submission not valid filters. The failure of the prospective bidder to submit its diligence certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents. Example, legal and financial documents. Valid reason not accepted. Failure to submit mandatory forms. Price schedule. 4. Notarized bid securing declaration. Notarized omnibus foreign state. Other required forms of the bid security aside from the bid securing declaration. Statement the bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement of the bidder's SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. Owner's certificate of acceptance or CP's rating accompanying statement of the bidder's SLCC. Bidder's computation of NFCC or committed line of credit for goods. Notarized joint venture agreement or notarized statements as to forming GB for goods. Certification as to reciprocity to foreign bidders for goods. Special legal license for joint venture for infrastructure. Dual cash flow for infrastructure. Valid reasons not acceptable. For CSD, failure to submit any of the following: certificate of employment, contract agreement, curriculum dictate. Valid reasons not accepted. Submission of the following required forms as indicated in the 6th edition for the Philippine bidding documents without name, legal capacity, and signature of the bidder authorized representative. Number 1, bid 4. Number 2, price schedules. Number 3, bid securing declaration. Number 4, omnibus foreign statement. Number 5, GBA. Valid reasons not acceptable. Nomination of key personnel of different profession as to the forming of the bidding document. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, purchase agreement of pledge equipment. Valid reason not applicable. Failure to submit certification of key personnel ordering order 9 series 2018. Bal-ason lack of applicable. Failure to comply with the required number of key personnel and equipment. Valid visa not applicable. Participating in the bidding but not related business habits as indicated in the mayor's permit for goods. Valid reasons not applicable.
And for the additional information for our prospective bidders, for the issuance or downloading of bidding documents, deadline will be on September 15, 2025 until 8:30 a.m. And hard copies are available at Procurement Unit, 3rd floor, DPWH North DEO. And also these bidding documents can be downloaded from DPWH website and PhilJobs website. And for the receipt of bids, deadline will also be on September 15, 2025 until 10 a.m. And for the schedule of the opening of bids, it will be on September 15, 2025, immediately after the submission of bids. And for the category report, so for contract ID 25KK0077, the required category report is BICWOPSC or buildings construction without tiles, low-rise concrete frame for 1 to 5 stories. Same for 25KK0078, the required category report is BICWPLC. And as shown, this is a sample of the technical and financial documents to be submitted. And note, the bid and supporting documents should be hard and properly bound. So that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Engineer April, for the reading of the procurement activity schedule and the category reports. And so with the presentation of the technical and financial documents and other requirements. So we will now proceed for the pre-procurement at the close. So since any clarification or question from the online? Wala. So any motion for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference for civil works dated September 1, 2025?
Mr. Chair, I move for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference.
It has been moved and seconded for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference for civil works dated September 1, 2025. So I will now declare this pre-bid conference for civil work is adjourned. Thank you. Thank you for watching, online viewers, and good morning.